What's up, everybody? We're getting up close and personal today. I wanted you to be able to see the screen a little bit better. So we're going to talk about efficiency today, or running economy. What is that? It's not necessarily a pathology. It's not necessarily incorrect. If you've got an injury, it can amplify or affect it. But basically, it's the amount of energy needed to require the task is the demand. If you're doing more than the demand, more than you need to do, it can cause your heart rate to go up a little bit higher, your breathing to go up higher, and it can cause you to fatigue. So this really matters more for my long distance runners, being half marathon, full, ultra. Every little bit adds up when it's over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 hours. Every little bit counts. So you can have someone that has an improper running form and bad efficiency or poor efficiency, and it's not necessarily because of the efficiency. So sometimes I work on this in isolation, sometimes I don't work on this at all. It just kind of depends on the person and what their goals are. So we're going to try to get this done with the least amount of energy required, not more and not less, without sacrificing performance. So really all of this boils down to running is about forward. Any extra time, energy used to go up, down, side to side, twist, anything extra is gonna be more energy than I need. So again, everything is about going forward. So I'm gonna show you guys some videos of me being same speed, but one being a little bit more efficient, one being less, blending some side to side, and of course some drills that you can do both outside of running, and then kind of put it all together in your running, and some cues and some things to kind of think about. So this is something that takes practice, but a little bit goes a long way. So let's go and get started. So we got the same speed here, 8 miles per hour. I'm gonna show you 2 different ways. This is form 1. What I want you guys to pay attention to is look at how high up and down I'm going, and look at my stride length and how high my heel's coming up. If I'm going that high, that's the same as going maybe 10 miles per hour of work or energy when it's only 8. I don't need to do more. So here I'm a little bit more efficient, same speed, but you'll notice I'm not going up and down as much. And here you see them blended, one on top of the other. And so again, the biggest things to look at are my bounding, how much up and down, and this how high my heel goes. So that's where this whole falling forward, using potential energy, free energy, instead of me creating that work. I'm trying to fall forward, so you can see a little bit better there, blended on top. I'm still landing efficiently at the same spot in front of me. I'm not overstriding, but you can see the height that I go and how high my heel comes up. Both are the same speed. I'm just doing more work than I have to. Another example, I've just got blended side to side here. I think here just you can kind of see a little bit more of this up and down. And usually you'll see with the arms, if someone's got tightness in their traps, and when they're going up, there's no reason to be using your traps when you're running. It's more forward and back. I posted about that a while back ago about arm efficiency, and I touched on that a little bit here, but it should be more your lats. So to work on, I'm gonna pause it here, to work on your arm efficiency. Some people just do better when you give them cues for their arms and just let the legs follow suit. You're not going to find someone that has a mismatch of good arm swing mobility or swing and cadence and improper lower extremities. They go hand in hand. So sometimes focusing on the arms, we do things with our arms all day. We have more control of that. Sometimes that actually works out a lot better. So you'll see sometimes people when they have this up and down, like check in with yourself. I'll give people cues of like, take your shoulders away from your ears or try to relax. Check in with yourself, make sure you don't hold tension. We have a problem in society with anxiety, tension, to use this so much as it is. Bad posture. So let's not make it worse when we're running. This should be your stress reliever. One thing that I like to do for the arms, so we're gonna touch on the arms first. If I have my arms are out too wide, and a cue I like to use is imagine your body's a car and you're going down the highway. If you open up both front doors, what happens? Your engine has to go up a lot higher, you're less aerodynamic. If I'm running with my arms way out towards the side, it's not efficient. So imagine like you're running through a tight space, again, forward and back, not this up and down, nothing crazy. I'm just trying to go forward and back. So what I'll do is either use a shoelace. Here I've got just a little elastic band with some tied to a pool noodle for handles to try to work on soft quietness in the hands. And I'm imagining like this is a towel, and I just got out of the shower. I'm telling someone you're running late for work, you gotta dry off quick, try to just dry off your lower back. So you'll see here with this video that I'm working on that quick forward and back, and this kind of is foolproof. It makes me have a little bit more efficiency. The next one is to work on this falling forward. If I take a band and she is pulling me back, that force is creating me to go forward. It's causing me to lean into it more. And that's free potential energy. If you think about one thing and one thing only, it's fall forward. And I talked about previously, your vision has a big impact on it. If you're looking up versus looking down, looking about 30 feet straight ahead and kind of focusing on that just keeps that constant falling forward. You're gonna have to check in with yourself because you're gonna wanna revert to old patterns, lock out the back, up tall, free energy, and just landing as close to underneath you as possible. The least amount of work to get by, no more and no less. So how I can simulate that instead of having someone run with me like a book bag with elastic bands pulling me back, I can take a band, you can find bands somewhere, hang it over the door, put it on you like a book bag, and here you'll see I'm leaning into it. What your body's gonna wanna do is two things. One, as I fall forward, I'm either gonna put my butt out to try to bring my center of mass back to prevent me from falling. We don't want that. Or my heels are gonna come up, which means my calves are activating, which is trying to pull me back. You've gotta get comfortable with falling forward. So when it comes to running, if you're not comfortable with that, it's not gonna happen. That's where a lot of times we see this up and down. It's getting comfortable with falling. So this elastic band is I'm using this to have my core engaged. I'm trying to work on keeping my heels down. I'm going just to that point where I feel like I'm about to lose my balance, and then working on a soft, quiet landing. So I'll use the same drill with my overstriders sometimes, but for that driving forward, this band can offer a lot. The progression from this is to actually take the band away. So it's taking away that cue. So you'll see here again, I'm folding at the ankles. I'm not pooching my butt back. That's the no. I can do this against the wall. This is a great drill to do against the wall because as I'm leaning forward, as I hit the wall, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If my core is not on, we'll see this kind of disconnection. Your body should be like a plank. Draw your belly button up and in. Slight contraction does not have to be anything crazy. If 10 is as hard as you can, we're talking about a 2. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. But that slight bit of activation of your core when you're falling forward and when you hit that wall, it'll prevent you from dissociating your body. So the big takeaways, don't do more work than you have to. Scan your body for any extra energy that you need. Tension in your face, your hands, your arms. Try to relax, and you're thinking forward, forward, forward. I am falling forward and trying to be efficient as possible. If you work on that, you're gonna be amazed at how much faster your pace is, and your heart rate won't go up as much. Don't do more work than you have to. Be able to go longer. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you guys can work on some of those drills, and let's all be efficient out there.